All right, so spring is here and I have Ben with me today, and we're gonna plant up these raised beds with some onions and also some flowers. I have a new idea for that. I'm also gonna plant up the front flower bed with some beautiful annuals, and I cannot wait to get these things in the ground and get them going. So stick around, I have a lot to show you. Okay, so one of my favorite parts of our backyard are these raised beds that Ben and I built a couple of years ago. I think it's been like 5 years ago or so. They have been very productive. We always love growing our own vegetables in the yard. It's really exciting, but I thought it might be kind of fun this year to plant some flowers along with the vegetable garden that we plant to give it some interest. Plus, I have been dying to try some ever-blooming sunflowers for a long time, so this year I ordered Suncredible yellow sunflower from Proven Winners, and my idea is to plant onions around. These are going to be some Dutch onions, which are like a brown onion, around the obelisk here that Ben was just planting, and then have the sunflowers placed right in the middle of the obelisk, and use the obelisk to kind of give them some structure so that they don't take over completely. Although they're pretty, from what I see online, they're pretty vigorous and they will kind of get very large, but I figure I can use the obelisk to kind of stake them up as the onions grow. One of my favorite things that we planted in these beds over the past are some green beans, some potatoes in these larger 4x4 raised beds. Those are great. Ben, what's your favorite thing to plant in them?
In the upper beds?
Yeah, in the upper beds. Probably
like onions or
onions, for sure.
Beans or potatoes, something like that.
So it's really cool because over the years we've had some pretty amazing crops out of these, but one of the things that we want to always make sure that we do is we rejuvenate the soil by kind of giving it a nutrients boost, especially after planting things like onions or potatoes, where they do take up a lot of nutrients. So the first thing that we're going to do today, before we get those planted, we're going to use some of the land and sea and mix that into some of this organic raised bed soil that we've used over the years. And my main idea here is kind of inspired by the fact that we planted tulips in here over the past 2 years, and it's kind of led me to believe that these can be multi-purpose, which means it doesn't always have to be vegetables, but it also can be flowers too. So I thought, why not at the same time? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the land and sea in there, and then we've also purchased today some organic raised bed soil from Miracle Grow that we haven't used before, but I think it'll be nice to kind of top it off a little bit. And then also adding to the food aspect of what's going in the ground is the organic garden tone fertilizer from Espoma. I always use that every single time we kind of switch our crops around, and we always try to kind of move our crops around. So if I've had some onions in here last year, I'll make sure to plant something different in there. I know it probably really doesn't matter too much because we're rejuvenating the soil, but I kind of like to give it a rest from one crop to the next. So anyways, let me talk about these beautiful Suncredible sunflowers from Proven Winners. Never have grown them before, but look at these, came literally 2 days ago from Proven Winners Direct. On the tag, it says they grow an upright vertical pattern. You can plant them from the beginning of the spring and they will last to a hard frost. They get anywhere between 24 to 42 inches tall, so that's pretty tall. That's almost 4 feet, so that might actually take them all the way up to the top of the obelisk. That would be really pretty, because when we plant the onions around the side, those leaves from the onions or the growth habit there will probably come right about to here, so maybe they're going to tower above, which I think will look really pretty, especially with those blooms. And then it says that you should fertilize them regularly for best results. So I might come in with a little bit of that garden tone underneath to kind of keep everything cohesive. And I want to make sure that I don't use any of the water soluble in this bed, because we're trying to keep these beds organic, and some of the ingredients in the water soluble fertilizer that we use for our annuals, it's not organic, it's synthetic. So to keep everything organic, we're going to make sure that we stay with the raised bed soil, the organic land and sea compost, and the garden tone, and that should just be plenty of nutrients for these to really thrive. And these also need to be in full sun, which this area is in absolute full sun. It's at least 7 hours of sun, and these will definitely benefit from that. So we'll get those in momentarily. So we're gonna plant these beds up, and let me talk about the onions that we're gonna plant around the sunflowers. It's these Dutch onions. They're also non-GMO, which is kind of important. I always try to buy non-GMO or organic whenever possible. I mean, we use them in everything. It's one of those pantry staples that I think every house should have. And I always want to be intentional about what we plant in our yard. Just like with our flowers, I want to make sure it's something that we're going to enjoy. And I also want to make sure that it's something that we are going to use when we cook with whatever product is coming out of our raised beds. So we're going to get these planted. You can tell that Ben has planted kind of like a moat around the obelisk there, where we're going to have those, and then we'll take it a little bit closer once we set the outside. Millie's also inside here as well, and then we'll be ready to plant the sunflowers, which will be the star of the show. All right, let's get these planted. Okay, so I love how these raised beds turned out. We even popped in some red leaf lettuce there in the front, and I think this is going to be something completely different than we've ever tried before. I'm really happy with how healthy those Suncredible sunflowers are, and I know that the onions are going to do really well because we've had really good luck with onions in these raised beds before. I do have a little mist drip system in here that will water every 3 days here in the spring, and as we get hotter I can turn it on every day if needed, but at least I won't have to worry about this ground drying out at all. So moving on to these gorgeous annuals. Now, I had ordered these from Creekside Nursery right about the beginning of February, and I've ordered from them before and I've had a really good success with their annuals. One of the things that I love that they do when they ship them is not only do they ship them in a container that is really sturdy, but they also add a layer of plastic here along the bottom to kind of hold in the soil into the container. This way, if FedEx or whatever shipping company they use turns them upside down in their boxes, then all of the soil doesn't come spilling completely out, and it kind of keeps the plant in place. So they were in really great shape when I received them, and just a couple days ago now I opened them out of their boxes. And typically when I receive my annuals, I like to let them grow in their cans just a little bit to get acclimated, and it's been about 3 days, so I think that's plenty of time. These are plenty healthy enough. They're not super tiny babies by any means. When I take them out of their containers, they're going to be ready to go right into the landscape. And so I can't wait to do that in the front yard. So this year I'm planting the Superbena Cobalt in the front yard, along with this really nice new variety of Supertunia Vista Cool Jazz. And I think these two colors are going to look really nice together. We have this beautiful light orchid pink with a little bit of a lavender overtone, and then also with this really rich purpley color right here. Now this Cobalt, I feel like it's been renamed. Some of you might know this, I'm not sure, but a couple of years ago I planted something that looked really similar and it was called Imperial Blue. This might be the same variety, and it also might be improved under a different name. Nevertheless, it's going to be beautiful. All of the Superbenas that I've planted from Proven Winners always do really well. In fact, they overwinter really well for us. I have one of my garden friends that have commented on the channel saying that here in Southern California, they've seen them grow to immense size and last through the summer, and they wanted to know if you can trim them back. Absolutely. If you're in a place where you've overwintered them and they look really nice, go ahead and trim them back, and that will only stimulate growth from the center. These are so healthy. So yeah, there is no need for me to grow these any further in the cans. I can get them right into the front planter, which I'm going to do right now. Now, as for care, the only thing that I will do with these is I'll give them some water-soluble fertilizer once every 2 weeks, probably, because these are going to be in the ground. If they were in containers, I would probably fertilize every week, but just a little bit every 2 weeks. And if I forget every 3 weeks, it's going to be just fine. I'll also use some starter fertilizer from Biotone down in the holes before I plant these today to give them a nice boost. So I'm also going to add just a little bit of raised bed organic soil to the front in an effort to constantly condition that soil. And I've seen a huge improvement over the past 5 years that I've been planting up the front planter beds. It used to be pretty hard and very difficult to dig a hole in, and now it's become a lot more lofty and a lot healthier. And when I dig in it, there's a lot of earthworms and a lot of things that will lead me to believe that that soil is really healthy. So I'm going to add that at the beginning as well. But other than that, these are pretty low maintenance. The Supertunias here in Southern California, and I know a lot of other places, are prone to budworms. So the last thing that I'm going to do to keep these really healthy and happy is to preventatively spray my petunias with some Captain Jack's dead bug, because here in Southern California we're pretty prone to budworms, and they won't harm the plant, but they'll take care of all of the blooms. And even though these aren't completely blooming yet, there are a couple blooms that are starting. These are brand new plants. When they're in full bloom, you want them to stay in full bloom. So that'll help us avoid any catastrophes with those awful pesky budworms. So let's get these planted, guys. These are going to be really, really beautiful. I've never done this combination before, simply because the Supertunia Vista is brand new, but I have used the Superbenas in various forms and colors over the years, and they never ever disappoint. Let's get them planted up. Okay, so everything is in the ground. These beautiful new annuals in a matter of time are going to be full of blooms. I'll definitely keep you updated. But one thing that I really love about both of these varieties is that they really work well together. Superbena and Supertunias work really great, especially in a large planter like this. Having the Supertunia vistas in here that are very vigorous really look fantastic, and they kind of cascade over the sides. The Superbenas will do the same thing, and I really like, and I've said it before, the two different types of blooms. It gives you more than just color contrast. It gives you a bloom contrast, which is wonderful. I'll probably give them a little bit of water soluble fertilizer, and that will be it, and they'll be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed today's video of us finally getting started with our spring plantings, and to have this done this early is fantastic. Until next time, everybody, join us again. We can't wait to show you what we have planned in the spring very soon. Bye now.